Hiya.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Oh. Ooh. Oh. Sorry, I'm just closing down a couple of things I've got open on the computer. It's causing
That's
other
okay.
things to pop up. Okay. Right, I think I'm all closed down. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I think I started to get a bit of a sore throat yesterday and a bit of a cold. So it's just kind of a bit of a head cold kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm feeling okay. It's all right. How are you? How's Chris?
Oh, well, he looked like he was in fine form this morning. And I said, come on then, up we come, ready for your session. And he's just gone and lay down in the bed, which is unusual, in another room.
Yeah.
But I'll call him in a minute and we'll see. He seemed full of life downstairs.
Oh.
But we'll just have to run it. I was feeling absolutely fine. And then I've just had to keep dashing to the loo.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
So if all of a sudden I just get up and go, you know.
That's fine.
But you know, when you get that feeling, you just
you just gotta go. No, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, must be something in the air.
Oh, I know. So I brought in I'll wait for Chris. I brought in the printouts that you sent, the pictures.
Yeah.
Printed those out. Just another quick suggestion, and I don't want to sort of to have a world map. I've got this book in Chris's room anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that we can just have a look on the world map where Borneo is.
Yeah.
That kind of puts things more into context, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
And it's always having a world map is a great thing to have for loads and loads and loads of lessons anyway.
Yeah.
So I would always think about that as having a resource, because then you can spend a little bit of time looking at the map and saying, so where are we? We're in the UK. Where's Borneo in relation to? And you can even, you know, you can ask a couple of questions even. I don't mean today, but just in general terms, you could say, oh, can you see, you know, which is the main country that's closest to Borneo that you've probably heard of, you know, just a few little things like that. It's just a great resource. It's a really handy one to have.
Yeah, no, that is a good point. So it kind of does put things into perspective.
Today is have a world map. Print out a world, and you can get. I did a little session with Henry last week actually, and he had some pictures, some images for us to look at as part of the session.
Yeah.
And something that he'd never thought of doing that I suggested to him was, you know, he was just saying, oh, look at this or look at that, you know. And I said, well, you can ask Chris to kind of put a mark on or a cross on certain things. So he's actually touching and looking at certain parts, or to label it. So we had a picture of a person that he was talking about, and let's just say their name began with M. So I just said to Chris, so let's just write a little M underneath that picture.
Yeah.
You know, and on maps and things, you can always label them with north, south, east and west, that sort of thing. So just do some single letters.
Yeah, no, that's a good point actually. Because I think I've sent you an orangutan picture, haven't I?
Yes, yeah.
I don't think, I can't remember if I put anything to point out in the picture.
Well, you don't have to have any, no, you just have the ideas in your head. Right, so there's the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can you ask Chris to point to?
I was going to say his armpit.
Why not? This is really random. Well, you could just say, you know. Well, you could say, look, this is really random, but look, you know, orangutans. What do you notice about the orangutans? And you can say, and I can imagine that you were doing the session. Obviously, I'll do this with him, but you can say, what do you notice about them? And I can take his finger. Oh, look, they have very long arms.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even see the end of his arm, you know. Can you touch his armpit? You know, so it kind of follows from there. Why not? It's all about helping him with his visual scanning and accurate pointing. You know, can you touch his mouth? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look, and he's got a big stomach, you know. He seems to have a big stomach, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. You know, and he's got sort of like, you know, you can say it doesn't look really like fur. It looks more like hair, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, and you can sort of say, oh, you know, have a look there. He probably needs a brush, doesn't he? Say anything about it, really, can't you? You know.
Yeah.
And you could even say, you could sort of, you know, so look at the picture, and then you can say, so, and you know, just always find things to talk about in the picture, not just, oh, here's a picture. You know.
Yeah.
So what do you notice? What's he sitting on? Is he sitting on the ground, or is he sitting on something else? Oh no, he's not sitting, he's sitting on a tree. Why is that? Because they spend most of the time in the trees. You know, that's where they live. So see what I mean? Even in a simple little picture, there's so much.
Oh, I get
always be thinking. It's just a way of training your brain to start looking at things and thinking, oh, what
to
could
analyse
I say?
things a bit more than you probably would usually.
Yeah. And even what colour is it? What colour would you describe the orangutan as? You know, you could obviously, you know, I don't know how you. Well, I had a quick look at your session plan last night, but I haven't looked at it since then. But you know, there's so many different ways that you can start sessions. You could start the session by saying, today we're going to look at a picture. Here it is. Ooh, do you know what this creature is called? You know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if they don't, you know, you could just tell me yes or no. No. Oh well. What sort of I can't think of the word now. Genre do you think it's from? Is it a would you group it as a monkey, or would you group it as, and I can't even off the top of my head think of something else. Can you think of another group? Or you know, or some, you know, you could even say, or a group of lizards, or you know, you could have something that is totally wrong. You know, would it be in the dog family, or would it be in the monkey family? Oh, it would be in the monkey family. You know. And that would be a good question for a younger child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can kind of get them thinking and using their reasoning skills straight away.
Yeah, that's good, because I never really thought about starting out a session like that. Kind of just thought, like, introduce your session, and there's so many different ways to kind of start off, isn't there?
Yeah. So just be totally open-minded about it all, and as time goes on, you know, you'll suddenly start realizing, oh well, I've got this lovely picture. Oh, I could start with that. And that
I must say, since last week, I literally can't believe how little time this took compared to my last planning. I was like, oh my god, this makes everything so much not obviously it's not easy, but it's still so much simpler to just plan like that and just think, okay, just come out with it on the spot. And and it makes my life a lot easier, because I spend way too long doing lesson plans, and then it comes kind of daunting. But now, if I see it like this now, I'm like, oh yeah, that's just a few points on a page, which is so much easier to look at, and for me to look at.
And it's so easy eventually to look at those points and know how to expand them. And
I think it definitely takes practice, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. because the other thing that I just wanted to say to you, while Chris is just quiet, we'll see, I'll go and see him in a minute, but was that, so you've got this session prepared, keep it, add some notes onto it, and this is one that you'll be able to now think, okay, I'm going to keep this as a core lesson that I will use with other students. Obviously, you might end up presenting it totally differently and rewriting it, but that's fine. You've got your core lesson there. Keep it in a file, and you can think about, how would I adapt it for a younger student? How would I adapt it for a student that can't use the letterboard yet, that is just at the choices stage? So you've got this one core lesson, and you can think of all the different types of students and how you'd use it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point.
And you can do that. You can do that all in one, because you can almost have another little, you can just add little things on. I used to draw, I used to just draw like a little box at the side somewhere on mine, which had my 2 choices in, if I was going to do choices, because you always need to have those prepared as well. You know, we're talking about orangutans. What did I say we're talking about? You know, is it, you know, elephants or orangutans? Always have them prepared, because then as you go through your session, you can make sure that sometimes the right choice is on the left, sometimes it's on the right, you know, and you can look at it, make sure it's varied. Otherwise, and if you try and think of alternative choices on the spot, your mind goes blank in the middle of a lesson. It just does.
If they struggle with the answer, then you need a choice in
So it's a useful thing to have prepared anyway, even for kids like Chris, who can, you know, can use the letterboard, because you don't know if he's going to be having an off day.
Yeah, no, that's really true.
So the key is to make sure that your lesson plan gives you flexibility. And that's one of the benefits of not having a script.
Definitely. Oh my gosh. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
My name's
Elle. We are going to talk about it. Well, it's as if you're a newsreader. You know, your auto cue. Let me go and see if I can find him.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll just, you know, there's no stress here, Ellie. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry. You know, this is a chance for you to practice. Oh, here you are. Come on in. Would you like me to talk to Elena? Here she is. Can you sit down? There we go. Take a seat. There we are. There we are. Let's make sure that she can see it. You can see her. Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
There. Got quite a lot of arm flapping going on at the moment. But put this out of the way for now. Right then, move your legs around. Not comfy as well. And we'll start off.
Okie doke. Okay, so today, Chris, we're going to be talking about orangutans. So just to start us off, what are we going to be talking about?
Oh, hang on. I forgot how you spell it. How do you spell it?
It's Orangutans.
Orangutans. All right. So I'd always start off with let's see how well how good your pointing is today. Let's just practice touching a few letters. Touch A, touch E, touch Z, all the way. You always struggle to get Z. You've gone for Y, move one over. Z, U, and H. Go for an H. Oh, pretty good. Right, so we're talking about today, what did Eleanor say? O, R, A, go on, keep it going. N, O, R, A, N. You ready? Try with the pencil. G, after the G, U, good. Oh, just go straight for it. T. Keep hold of that firmly. Loosen your grip. Good. Up for the A. Swapping hands. A and N and S. Orangutans. So that's a long word.
That's a long word for me to start off on, Chris.
First words to ask a student to spell. Just some.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, Chris. Okay, so an orangutan is in the category or the family of apes. So, Chris, can you name any other apes that you might know of?
Oh, okay, so an orangutan is a type. I know I've got a drink there. A type of ape. Down you go. That was just an impulse. What are you naming another ape? Another ape might be C. Come on. Come on. H. Keep it going. Next letter, next letter. I. Next letter. M. P. A. Oh, after the A. Touch that A again. You're a bit wobbly there. A. N. Oh, and this tricky letter that you always struggle with. A. N. Quick. Not the Y yet. Z and go on. E. E. Chimpanzee.
Brilliant.
Chimpanzee. Very good.
Brilliant. And other types of ape are, there's a gorilla, there's a gibbon, and even humans are actually considered to be apes.
Oh, did you know that? Did you?
Pardon? Oh, sorry.
Did you know that we're considered to be like an ape? Did you? Did you know? You can just tell me yes or no. No. Okay, you didn't know that.
Yeah, well, we share 97% of our DNA with apes. So it kind of makes sense that we are considered apes as well. And orangutans are actually the most intelligent, or they're considered the most intelligent type of ape. They can do things like undo locks if they.
So wait a minute. So orangutans are considered the most what? Just want to keep him warmed up. I. N. T. E. L. L. Come on. I. Keep it going. G. After the G, touch that G again. Go on. G. Let me just swap. E. After the E. N. And T. Orangutans are considered the most intelligent. And they demonstrate that how?
Well, they can observe humans doing things like, say, undoing a lock, and then 5 minutes later they'll be there undoing the same lock. They can
also... wait a minute. That's interesting. So they can observe humans undoing locks, and then they copy. Oh, so the skill of copying, Chris, what would that be called? I M I T A T I, very good, O, and imitation, very nice. The skill of copying is called imitation. Oh, so orangutans have imitation skills.
Yeah, and they can also use tools. So they do things like they saw wood, and they can even apply soap and have a shower like humans. So could you just give me one example of something they do that are like humans?
Something that they can do that is like a human. One thing is S H O. After the O, you're doing fine. W, E, and yeah, so they can have a shower, and in the shower they would apply some, what would they apply? S, like you do. O, A, and E.
Very good. So orangutans are unfortunately classed as endangered. So what are they classed as?
Endangered. Sorry. Let me practice spelling. E-N-D-A. See, I'm a student as well. N-G-E R, all the way up, E-D. So what does that mean, Chris, if there's an animal is classed as endangered? What does it mean? You could use pencil. Yeah, that would be good. I, go on. T, it, M, A, it may, B, E, keep it going, B, E, all right, you can change. B, E, B wouldn't make sense, B, E, C, O, come on, lift your elbow, lift your elbow, you just give me a break, all right, it may, B, E, C, O, go, M, E, may become E, after the E, straight to it, X, always tell yourself next letter, T, I, after the I, go on, O, N, C, and very nice, come on, after the C, don't get distracted, touch that C again, C, and T, it may become extinct, yeah.
Yeah, so now globally there's less than 120,000 orangutans. A century ago there was 230,000. Chris, do you know how many years a century is?
How many years is a century? Very good. How many years is a century? 1, 0, 0, 100.
Yeah, so most orangutans are found in Borneo. So where are most orangutans found?
Okay. Most are found. Where did we say? There you go. Try with your finger again. B, O, R, N, E, and O. Borneo.
Yeah, so
shall I get the map up?
Yeah.
Shall I get the world map? Yeah.
Thank you.
Here we are. Let's have a look at this map and find where Borneo is. Right. Okay. So this is where we are. The United Kingdom. That little small country. Just have a little look. Touch it. There it is. Now Borneo is part of Indonesia. It's one of these islands down here. See there? Right, and look, there's Australia. That's it, yeah. There's Africa. There's America. Touch it there. Yeah. So there's Borneo. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Borneo is an island in Southeast Asia, and it's actually owned by 3 different countries. So on the map, I think on the map I gave you, the smaller one, yeah.
Well, look
you
at
can
this.
see those 3 different countries.
Okay, so this one island is 3 different countries. Let's try and underline them. So we've got Indonesia. We'll just underline that one. That's part of it. We've got Malaysia in the orange. Let's underline the Malaysia. Very good. Oh, and a little one which is green, Brunei. I didn't know that. There. There.
So Chris, looking at the map, which country do you think owns the majority of Borneo?
You're right. Oh, let's have a coffee. Yeah. So, what we're going to look at, there's some yellow, there's some orange, and there's some green. All right. So, which country sort of owns the biggest part of Borneo? Okay. And we can label these, I think, today. We'll label it as A, Indonesia, B, Malaysia, or C, Brunei. So you can answer me A, B, or C. A, Indonesia.
And which one owns the least amount?
Okay, so hang on. Okay, and which one owns the smallest amount? Would it be A, B, or C? You can touch it on there. Yeah, that was C. You touched it on that. Yeah, C.
Yeah, so I think Brunei drew the short straw a little bit there. They didn't exactly share it equally, did they? So in Malaysia, the country that owns the middle amount, can you see a mountain called Mount Kinabalu?
Okay, it's probably too small a print for Chris, so I'm going to show you. So look, here this is Malaysia, and there at the top, see there, that's it, Mount Kinabalu. There, we can put a little cross on it. I'll help you show where it is. We'll put a cross. There we are. Very good. Yeah.
And that's actually the tallest mountain in the whole of Malaysia, and I've actually been very close to it, and it's so tall. It takes 2 days to climb up.
Oh, imagine that.
And that's just to get to the summit, and then you have to come down again. Chris, do you think you'd be interested in hiking up a mountain, or is that not for you?
2 days to climb the tallest mountain. Is that something that might interest you, climbing a big mountain like that? Having to climb for 2 whole days?
A lot of work.
What do you think? What do you think? Is it no.
I agree.
Now listen, what are you doing with that knee? Sit down. What were you doing then with that knee? P, U, S, H, I. Go on. I, after the I comes. Get the hand a bit straighter. That's funny. And G, so you were pushing Mum with your knee. Is that a good thing to do you think? All right, we'll just take the M for now. Okay, so let's just try not to push, Mum. So we're going to try and work on your tolerance just to sit for a bit longer. Okay. So no, not bothered about hiking for 2 days.
No, I don't blame you, Chris, to be honest. I don't think I would like that either. Okay, so Borneo is quite famous for having beautiful beaches, but also having a lot of rainforest. So I think you've got 2 photos, one of a beach and one of a rainforest.
Oh, right, so this is all in Borneo. Oh, I'll just cover that one.
Yeah.
All in Borneo. Look, that's one part of Borneo. Oh, look at that. There's a lovely blue sky, a lovely beach, on a little beach hut. Oh, I'd like to be there today, would you?
I know, me too.
That's one part of Borneo. And then when you go inland, this is another part of Borneo. You see all the green. There's a tree. There's a river flowing. It looks really lush and verdant, rainforest.
Indeed. So if we look at the beach photo, what can you notice about the beach photo? Just any features you notice?
What do you notice? B L U blue S. Come on. E and A. The lovely blue sea. Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely blue sea. And the lovely blue skies to match. And they've got the little hut in the photo as well. Can you point that out?
Touch the hut. There it is, yeah.
And can you see that the hut is on some stilts?
Oh, look. You see that it's been built and it's got these, look.
Why do you think it would be on stilts?
Stilts. So if it would be almost like the hut would be built, you see, on top of like there.
Yeah.
Like that. So, can you think why they might do that? T, 2, S, T, O, P to stop, I, to stop. The hut is on stilt in order to stop. I, T, it, F, R, go straight to it, O, M, to stop it from. It looked like you were going, yeah, F, you were right, L, O, O, to stop it from, S, L, O, O, D, and I, and N, and G, yes, to stop it from flooding.
Very good.
And that's because the tides really vary there.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't flood from rainfall. It would, not like in this country generally, we get floods because of high rainfall and then rivers bursting their banks. In this case, this would be flooding from the tides because they get, it's part of the world as well where they have tsunamis and things like that.
Yeah. Quite a danger zone, really. Even though it looks so beautiful. Okay, let's point out one feature on the rainforest photo.
Okay.
We notice.
Something that attracts your attention on here would be what? Touch it. Oh, it's the river.
Very nice.
I'm sorry, I should have asked him, shouldn't I? Anyway, he pointed to it.
Oh, no, it's okay. That attracts him. The river is very nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're looking at both these pictures, what do you think suits you more? Do you think you're more of a rainforest, maybe a bit more adventurous, or do you like beaches where it's more relaxing?
I, L, I, K, E, I like, B, E. Yeah, very good. All the way. A. Next letter. C. Oh, after the C. H, E, and S. I like beaches.
Okay. And why would that be, Chris?
You like beaches because I like beaches because what? Try with the pencil. I E N J. Keep it going. Doing really well. ENJ O Y. I enjoy. G. Go on, doing really well. Yeah, I enjoy G. O. Next letter. Keep it going. I N. And after the N is G. A break. I enjoy going. I like beaches because I enjoy going. Well, try it on this one again. Oh, I N in T H E. I enjoy going in the S. River. E and A. I enjoy because I enjoy going in the sea.
That's lovely. I love going in the sea as well, Chris. I wish I lived nearer to the sea sometimes.
Try and control that impulse. It was just an impulse to suddenly stand. Yeah, we're going to try and control it and stay sitting.
So from these pictures, it just looks like paradise, doesn't it? But unfortunately, there are some problems here because the orangutans in Borneo, 2,000 to 3,000 die every year. So how many die?
Two, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. All right, we'll just take that 2,000, between 2 and 3,000.
Yeah. So do you think this would be due to natural causes, or do you think it's to do with what humans do?
Okay, why do you think this might be? Is it just because they've got old and died, or might there be some other reason due to human intervention? What do you think? P R O B A. Oh, after the A, think about each letter. The A, P R O B A. Go on. B. Keep it going. L and Y. Very nice. So probably. Go on. B. E. C. A. U. Go on. S and okay. After the S, E. Probably because oh, that was good. You controlled yourself. W. E. We. A. R. E. Just do a couple of words at a time. Probably because we are. We are what? D. E. S. T. Very good. This is good. D-E-S-T, next letter. R-O, next letter. With that. Y, destroy. Come on. Come on. Probably because we are destroy. Come on. I-N-G, destroying. T, keep it going, next letter, next letter. H, E, keep it going, go on, you need to scratch your head. I, R, there. H, oh, very good. A, come on, keep it going. B, I, T, come on, keep it going. After the T, when you're wobbling a bit, touch the T again. T, after the T. A and T, probably because we are destroying, wait a minute, their habitat.
Exactly. That was literally my next point, Chris. My next point, habitats destroyed. So, yeah, so this is through things like deforestation, and basically people do it so that they can create things called plantations. What do they want to create?
Well, we have done a little bit about, well, we've done quite a bit on this in the past. So,
Yeah.
So deforestation would be to create P, L, A, N, T, plant, A, T, I, O, N, and S, to create plantations. Yeah, cool. Do you know, I just wonder, Chris, if you can remember, a long time since we've done this, but what sort of things that they might grow on these plantations? That when they've cleared all the forests, what sort of things would they be growing on these plantations? Do you know? I don't know if you remember or not. No, you can't remember. Okay.
Well, a lot of the time they grow something called palm oil, which is a really popular product that can be in things like food or skincare products, and it basically makes them a lot of money, which is why they grow these plantations. So when you go to Borneo, you can see where the plantations are, because they're perfectly placed trees in comparison to just a wild forest.
So the plantations grow P, A, L, M, palm. Oh, stop flashing. I don't want to see that. Go straight to the letter. O. Who's this? I and. Oh, you. Wait a minute. They grow palm. So you did O and I. Straight to the L. L. Okay, just practice that again. O. Straight to the I and L. Good. Palm oil.
Well done. So, another thing people do, they do something called illegal logging, which is basically where they cut down all the trees. So it's another form of deforestation to sell timber. So what do they do? What's it called?
L O G G I N and G. Yeah, okay, we'll take that. Illegal logging. Yeah, stay. Just tell yourself, I'm going to stay.
And what do you associate with the word illegal?
Oh,
Any words or phrases?
Illegal. What would you associate with that word? What comes to mind? B, R, E. This is very good. Keep it going. A, keep it going. K, I, N, G. Illegal equals breaking. Breaking. Lift your elbow. T, H, E. Breaking the. L, A. Yes, illegal means breaking. Stay. Just tell yourself I'm staying a few more minutes. Breaking the law.
Indeed. Yeah, and another way that forests are kind of deforested is through something called wildfires. And this can be through natural causes or humans. Can you think of any natural causes that might cause a wildfire?
Also, wildfires cause deforestation, which could be people deliberately setting a fire, or a natural cause may be D, okay, R, O, come on, U, G, H, and T. It could be drought, yeah.
Do you know any other ways, Chris?
Could be drought. Any other ideas? H, I, G, H, high. Oh, stay. Oh, that was it. High. High what? T, E, M, P, E, R, high. T, E, M, P, E, R. After the R. A, T, A-T. Temperature, A-T. Go on. U, after the U. R, E, and that's high temperatures. Oh yeah, maybe you're thinking about a country where there was those terrible wildfires a few months ago. Can you remember what country that was? I wonder. Do you remember? It was all on the news. Only if you remember. If you don't, it's fine. Oh, A. Yeah, you're right. U, S, T, R, A, L, and after the L, I, and A. Yeah, in Australia, that was on the news. It was on the news every day, wasn't it? All the out of control wildfires.
Yeah. And humans decide sometimes to start wildfires on purpose rather than cutting down the forest. Why do you think humans would do that?
Why would they do that? I, T, it. It is. Now stop that swiping. Why would humans stop them? It is E, A. Lift that elbow. Touch the A again. A, S, I, E, and It is easier.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's much easier than tree by tree cutting it down, and also it saves them money as well because they don't have to pay anyone to do it. The last kind of cause that I've written down is something called poaching. Are you aware of poaching, Chris?
Do
Do you know what it might mean?
Poaching. Poaching would mean, what would poaching mean? S-T-E, yeah, you're right. A-L-I. After the, oh, you weren't looking then. Touch the I again. I. And after the N. G. Stealing. So poaching basically means stealing, yes.
Yeah, so it's illegal and they're hunting these animals when they're not supposed to be. So taking all this into consideration, are you shocked that humans are causing all this? Or does it not really shock you?
I. K. N. E. Oh. Touch the E again. E and W. I knew. A. B. Okay, after the B. Do really well. Come on. A, B. I knew. A, B. Write it down. Just get yourself together. I knew. A, B. Come on. Down there. Touch that B again. B. Does any of them make sense? Touch the O. I think that's what you wanted. O. Okay. We'll just do one letter at a time if we didn't need to. A, B, O. Come on. U. And T. I knew about I. Okay, I'm struggling a bit now. I, go on. T, I knew about it. A, okay. Sorry, the pointing has just gone really off, so that's why I've gone back to one letter at a time. You just seem to be struggling. Right, come on. I knew about it. A, L. We'll try and get your speed back in again. R. Try and do two letters this time. E and A, yeah. E and A, and two letters again. Go on, straight to it. D and, okay, it's not working. I knew about it. A-L-R-E-A-D. You were at the Y, just push it through. Y. I knew about it already. S and, okay. S. Okay, I'm just going to help you out here, Chris. I knew about it already because your pointing is really struggling at the moment. I knew about it already, so you might have been going to say, so I'm not shocked. Or you might have been going to say something else. Let's just, I knew about it already, so I'm not shocked, or something else. Not shocked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a well-known thing now, isn't it? I think I still find it shocking just to think about, but it is something that's quite well known. But thankfully, we can have faith in humanity, as there are people who are trying to help these orangutans. And there's actually orangutan rehabilitation centres. So when you think of the word rehabilitation, what comes to mind?
Okay, so there are orangutan rehabilitation centres or rehab centres. So when you think of the word rehabilitation, what do you think about? Try. L E A R. That was good. Look, you did so many letters. N I N, and last letter. Rehabilitation is, okay, learning. Rehab equals learning. S K I L L and learning skills. Yes, that's a good definition of rehab.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, so they put these monkeys in the rehabilitation centre to kind of set them back up for going back into the wild. So they give them medical care if they need it, and also they give them food, but they make the food really boring so that the orangutans kind of forage for themselves. Do you know what the word forage means?
Right, so they give them medical care, they do give them food, but they give them really boring food so that they'll still go and forage for food themselves. Forage means, another word for forage, F-I-N, find. Yeah, that'll go, find food.
Yes, exactly. So we're just going to finish off now, Chris. So imagine you're going to write a short feature for a magazine about this problem to try and raise awareness of the orangutans. What do you think you would write in that feature?
Okay, because Chris is struggling with his pointing today, we'll have to abbreviate this, so we'll have to be a bit flexible. So let's just put, we'll maybe have a few key points that we would include in the feature, just some bullet points, because I think it would just be too stressful trying to write the whole thing. So what sort of things might you include? It could be facts that we've already talked about. You could just pull out some of the key points that you'd include in what you'd write. Or you could try and think of a headline for your feature. You always think that newspaper headlines have to have something catchy in them, don't they?
Yeah, maybe a photo you might want to use.
Yeah, grab your attention. Yeah. If you were thinking of a dramatic headline, what might that be? W. We. Okay. We. Like that. Good start. We. A. R. E. We are. We are. Oh. We are. L. O. S. We are. L. O. S. We are. L. O. S. I. N. G, good. We are losing O, U, R. Very good. We are losing R. C. Very nice. Go on. After the C. L. To the L. O. We are losing our C, L, O. S. Oh, this is good. This is good. Come on, push. E. This is very good. This is dramatic. Okay. C, L, O. S, E. Come on. S, and T. Okay. We're losing our closest. Come on, finish it. Just finish it. We're just finishing now. We're losing our closest. Oh, sit up. Okay, I know it's hard for you today, but we just have to keep practicing, Chris. Don't we? Even on those days when it's hard. Yeah. Even on those days when it's hard, we'll just keep practicing. This is really good. My headline is going to be, we are losing our closest, what? R, oh yes, E, L, A, after the A, T, I, after the I, go on, next letter, B, and E, and L, after the E, go on, just after the E. There. We are losing our closest relatives.
I love that.
That would get my attention.
It would get mine.
Exclamation mark. Right. And then maybe what would you follow that up with? What sort of thing would you mention in the article? Anything? D. Oh yes, go on. D. What? N. Oh, very good. You'd mentioned about the DNA. So orangutans are the closest thing to humans, aren't they, in their DNA makeup? Quite
kind of links us to them,
isn't it, really? Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then what else would you put in the article? You put about the DNA. You would put about the what? P, O, P, O. Go on, just see if you can do one more thing. P, O, P, oh yes. P, O, P, go on. Keep it going. U, L, E would make sense. A would make sense, yeah. A, populate, T, I, O, N. Okay, put about the population, probably about the population decline.
Yeah.
Out there. Yeah, I wonder what else I might put in there. I think I'd probably try and make it a nice human story as well. I'd really emphasise how alike they are, you know, and how they've got similar skills to us, how they can imitate us, because then you kind of really pull on people's heartstrings a bit more, don't you?
Yeah, people unfortunately tend to care more when it's something to do with them or close to them, don't they? So
that's
linking
right.
animals to humans kind of makes them feel more human. People
Yeah.
care more.
Yeah. All right. So that would be very good. On another day, I would have got Chris to write a short paragraph, but I think that was a really good heading, Chris.
That would definitely make me read it.
Anything that you'd like to say to Ellie? I-E-N-E-N-O or J? J. Okay, J-O. Go on then. Y-E-D. I enjoyed. I. Oh. Oh. Go for it again. Go for the I. I enjoyed. I and. Oh dear. Go on. Well, we'll take it as I enjoyed it. We'll just take it today.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Chris. I enjoyed it as well. Kind of refreshed my memory on everything.
I enjoyed it. Just let me pause.